So just a quick introduction. My name's Luke McCreary, so I'm Director of Building Safety. That's actually my wrong title. It's actually Property Maintenance and Building Safety, but things move very quick at Curo, so between 2 weeks ago when the slide was done, it's actually changed. So, but yeah, just a brief background. I actually joined Curo in 2005 as a plumbing apprentice, so I've been here my whole career, started as an apprentice and been lucky enough and fortunate enough to work my way through to my current role. What I wanted to talk about today is obviously our repair service. One thing we absolutely know is, for all the great things that we offer at Curo, the main thing that we are going to interact with every customer with is every year is our repair service. And I think it's important that we just sort of set the scene and where we are now. We know we are not delivering the service that our customers deserve. At the moment, we've got an increase in order book. So our order book at the moment, so this is the number of open orders that we've got, is just over 3,000. So we've got just over 3,000 open repairs, which broadly speaking is about 4 to 5 weeks to book and complete a repair, which is obviously ahead of where the service that we want to offer. There's many things causing this. One of them is reducing multiple visits. At the moment, we only have a successful completion rate of about 80%. So 80% of jobs are completed in one visit. Other jobs need multiple visits. And that could be for any reasons, for materials required, not sending the right the right colleague to your property. It could be a case that the upfront diagnosis, or when you call the call centre, or when you use my Curo, that we're not getting enough information to give the trade operatives a genuine chance to be able to complete the repair in that visit. We know, and the other two are linked, between no access and communication. At the moment, about 14% of all the jobs we go to, the customer isn't home when we turn up to do the repair, and that is across servicing, so your gas safety checks and electrical safety checks and normal repairs, and that has a direct link to our communication, that we know communication both internally and externally isn't anywhere near where it needs to be. So this isn't a case today of me telling you how great our repair service is. This is us sort of being honest that we know we have challenges in this area. I've recently come into responsive repairs formally about a month ago. I've been working in the service for about 3 months now. So we've had the opportunity, me and some of my team, to actually go through the data and really understand the challenges that the service is offering. So this is a chance today for us to open up, as it is with all the other teams outside. So please do take the opportunity to go and interact with the other teams. The slide, I'll only be talking for probably just over 10 minutes, and it'll be a chance to have an open Q&A and try and get some of your personal experiences and advice on how we can move the service to one that everybody can be proud of. So over the next 6 months, these are some of the things coming out of customer scrutiny. So I know there's a few people here today who are part of our customer scrutiny panel, and if anybody wants to be involved in future ones, there's various people around. We know our demand needs to be reforecast. So this is what we class as demand, is the amount of repairs we think we are going to get. It is a reactive service, so all we can really use is historic data. We do try and input into sort of environmental factors, so we know that as soon as it gets cold, gas, heat and repairs are clearly going to spike. So we do try and profile it as best we can. So what we are going to do over the next 6 months, we're currently in it, and we've had high-level conversations as recently as yesterday. We are looking to profile our demand and our resources, so the amount of people we've got being able to deliver repairs over the next 6 months to get our order book closer to 2,400. The reason that is a specific number, because that is roughly 3 weeks worth of work based on what our internal staff can deliver in terms of jobs completed per day. On top of that, subcontractors, in addition to that, should give around a 15-day turnaround for non-priority repairs. So all your P1 and P2s, as we call them, so emergencies, will still be done on the same day or next day. What we're referring to here is our non-emergencies, so dripping taps, window handle loose, those sort of very non-emergency ones. But we know right now the wait time is leading to further complaints, which obviously I'll come on to in a second. We also know we have a quality issue with some of our repair. That we have oh, look, my timer's come on. That's good, isn't it? That we have an issue with the quality of repairs. So we have a number of repairs that we go out and complete, and the operative says they're complete, and then it leads to the customer having to call us back to try and fix the same repair. So I've brought in a couple of lead operatives. They are actually about today. So if you go over to the far side of the football pitch, my two lead operatives are here today. They are two of our best and highly skilled multi-trade staff, and they will be dealing with technical QAs on site. So as a customer, you may well get a phone call from them, and they will come out and after a repair is completed and just QA the quality of the work. Off of that data, that will then feed into our data and training program. So where we can identify skill sets where we are short in that area, so then we can upskill through either internal or external training to ensure that that quality of the repair meets the required level. We know complaints as a business. This isn't just Curo repairs, but obviously across the business we are currently handling too many repairs, and we know our end-to-end time to satisfactorily get a resolution is too long. One of the things that we have failed to do probably over the last couple of years, certainly since post the pandemic, is we're failing to learn from the complaints. So we are still getting the same complaints coming in now as we did 2 years ago, even though we have that data and we've got the resolution. So one of the things that the team are really going to be focusing on, with support of our, with Leslie, who runs our CCT and her customer resolution team, is starting to really learn from and use the data to actually learn from these mistakes, make changes to the way we deliver our service to ensure we're not repeating the same mistakes again. And the final one, which probably links into all of these and the previous slides, is our communication. We know if you book through My Curo at the moment, you get automated text messages when you've booked the appointment, you get a reminder a week before, you get a reminder the day before, and you get a text message when the operative is traveling. Through some of the work we've done for our customer scrutiny, where we've gone through sort of repair journeys, what we know is when you book a call, if you raise a repair over the phone, or maybe raise it through, say, a sheltered housing officer or another Curo member of staff, the communication is sparse. Some work seamlessly, but others are missing the key milestones in terms of communication. And the other communication is obviously if we, for whatever reason, can't come out on the day that your repair is booked, that we need to be able to find a way to better communicate that and obviously rebook that repair, or make us, in terms of the office, make suitable adjustments to ensure that, because there is a level of inconvenience in that we offer something outside the service. That could be an evening call or a weekend call. But we know the communication links into all of these things, and if we can focus on the complaints learning and the communication, a lot of these will start to fix themselves. And I think this is almost where we start, where we're here today, I suppose, is that we can't deliver the service that we want without absolutely fundamentally understanding the service that you require as customers. So just mentioned customer scrutiny. We ran our longest ever customer scrutiny. It was just over 14 weeks. It was every Tuesday evening. We had about 30 customers involved, and they have come up with about 80 suggestions, and they prioritise them in terms of what the priority order should be for those. We have already implemented 27 of those suggestions that have come through. So we are already in the progress. So it isn't a case that we're waiting for a deadline, a formal date to introduce him. We actually started introducing right from the first customer scrutiny session. There were some ideas that were talked about which would be clearly make a fundamental difference, and they were implemented straight away. And one of those was the lead operatives to start delivering some QAs. The repairs resident engagement group, it hasn't actually been active for about 18 months for a variety of reasons. That will be going live again in December. And again, there's our teams just outside in that first bit of the courtyard. So if you would like to be part of that group, they only meet every 3 months. And then obviously there's email and phone call conversations for people if they want to be more engaged. But I think my ask is the more people I can get engaged whilst we work through this progress, is that we can then hopefully ensure that we're delivering the service that both we can be proud of, but also that for a customer is serving the needs that you need. All of this will accumulate in a repairs review starting in April. So in about mid-April, after we've finished all our year-end things, we'll be actually going into a full repairs review, which will be about 4 months. It will be a deep dive review We'll be looking at the skill sets we require. We know homes are becoming more technical, so we will require a different trade set moving forward. We'll be looking at all sorts of things around how we communicate, how we use the use of technology, how we do upfront diagnosis to try and get them as much information up front, and that will include potentially a level of trying to use AI and other automation to actually try and fix over the phone, to actually remove the burden of you having to wait in for us to actually visit. So that will run for about 3 months from April, and then obviously the changes off the back of that will then be implemented step by step. So where we want to get to, we know we're not performing at the level we want to be. The whole point of the repairs review is to work out how we get from where we are now to good, from good to great, and then from great to sector leading. And that's linked with our 10-year new corporate and strategic business plan, which I won't go into because I don't want to steal the next person's thunder. So that's where we are. And just a chance to really have a conversation. But yeah, from me, this isn't saying that we're delivering where we want to be. It's a sort of an apology of anything and an ask that we work together to deliver a service that everybody can be proud of. But thank you.